Welcome to the live stream. Let's see what is going on with Bitcoin. I think it's setting up for a blast off this weekend and possibly into early this week. Let's go first and look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Like I said, we go live every single Saturday and Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Time. If I ever have to change it, I'll let you guys know via my Telegram group. If you guys want to join, that link to join is on YouTube and TikTok in my bio. But right now, the Fear and Greed is currently sitting at 74. Wow, I did not think it was going to be at 74, but I guess that does make sense. We're basically at all-time highs. I think it's pretty bullish that Bitcoin's basically at all-time highs, and we're not at like 90 and above. So to me right now, Bitcoin is still looking great. The grade is looking fine by me. So I like actually where this is sitting for the Fear and Greed Index, and I guess it shouldn't surprise me that we are back now in the grade. Let's go over to Bookmap and see what is going on with the liquidity and where the orders are at. And yeah. So on Bookmap, let me just make sure it's current price action. On the left, you have the weekly time frame. On the right, you have the daily time frame. So on the daily, we still have a lot of liquidity up at $125,000. And see what is going on with the liquidity. It looks like we have a lot of liquidity at $125,000. And on the weekly time frame, I still see a lot of liquidity at 125 as well, and I see some at 130, and now a little bit at 135. I think Bitcoin this week is about to blast to $125,000 to $130,000. I'm targeting more like $130,000 in the next 7 days, but it does look like we are going to take off this week. Now, I could be wrong, but Bookmap suggests we go up. My Bitcoin bot is long. I'm long. I like what the chart looks like. So let me explain to you why I'm long on Bitcoin, and then we can get on. What am I saying? I can't talk. Then we can get going. Right now, Bitcoin is currently coming in at $122,000 for, oh yeah, around that level. My bot bought yesterday, October 4th. No, it was this morning, October 4th, around midnight at 40 after midnight Central Time. So nearly 20 hours ago. And at this point, we've gone sideways for a while now. The current take profit on the bot is 124,871, or around that level. I have a long end with a take profit at 124.8, and that would be right below the previous all-time high. So let's see what happens. I'm long on Bitcoin. My stop loss right now is this yellow line at 121,500. We'll see what happens. Actually, I think it might be more like 121.4, but it's in that area, one of the two levels. I don't remember where I put it. I think I probably put it at 121.4. But if Bitcoin can stay above 121.4, I see Bitcoin very likely in the next 24 to 48 hours make a new all-time high. So we'll see what happens. But that's where I stay on Bitcoin. I see an ascending triangle here on Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame, also likely to blast to 127, almost 128,000. Now again, my take profit is well before that. Because I want to make sure I lock in the gains if we get a pump. But I see Bitcoin taking off this week. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. I think there's almost an 80% chance that we at least make the new all-time high. And I would say there's about 70% chance in the next 7 days you get to about $128,000. So if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below and I'll look at them. But this is my update for Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin about to blast off. I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. It's just what I see going on in the markets. I see Bitcoin is going to do some damage this week, and we'll see what happens. I think tomorrow, in a few hours, it will be Sunday. I think Sunday is going to be absolutely insane for Bitcoin, and I think we're going to get a big move. I think it's going to be up, but if we get it, if we get a big move, it could be to the downside as well. I think it's most likely to be up. I would say there's an 80% chance plus that we get a big move tomorrow of minimum $1,000. So we'll see what happens. But right now on Bitcoin, I'm long, and I kind of will leave it at that. I entered my long trade at 122.1, pretty much at that exact level, and that's where I stand on Bitcoin. I've been long for now, probably going on 36 hours. I actually entered the long even before the 10-minute, before my bot entered the long. But, I've been long for 36 hours. It's basically been sideways ever since. It went up. It's been within $1,000 range for the last 36 hours. So we'll see what happens. Right now in this trade, it's nothing crazy. I do have about $11,000 in this trade, 0.1 Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. But that's where I stand with Bitcoin right now. Appreciate the likes. Does help support the channel. I do appreciate them. We're live on YouTube and TikTok as well. If you want to see the entire screen, head on over to the YouTube channel. But I do see Bitcoin likely to do damage this week. Anything is possible. We'll see. But I'd be surprised at this point if Bitcoin does not make a new all-time high in the next 7 days. I'd be very, very surprised. So I just wanted to get in here for a quick update on the market. And, yeah, if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll look at them. So let me see if I see any comments on TikTok or on YouTube. And as we speak, I actually do not. So let me just check really quickly. Yeah, I don't see any comments right now. We got one person watching on YouTube. So, yeah, I don't know. This is the normal time I go live. I expected a better turnout, I'll be honest. But this is what I see Bitcoin, if nothing else, for the people who are watching, maybe people watch it later, I see Bitcoin about to take off this week. So maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I see going on for Bitcoin in the next few minutes and few hours. So we can jump down to the 50-minute time frame and see what's going on the smaller time frames. 30 minutes overbought, 15 minutes is getting overbought. It could still go sideways for the rest of the night, but the fact that we're not losing like $121,700 is very bullish to me. We got down today at 121.45. I didn't even realize we got that low, but we did, and we got a nice bounce. And the fact we're holding that level and we're holding the bottom of this trend line is a very bullish sign. What I really would like to see Bitcoin do, though, is come back to the top of this trend line here, which is an ascending triangle, and then eventually break out on Sunday or maybe even Monday. This says that you break out, tomorrow around the afternoon in about 12 hours right now, we could be breaking out on Bitcoin. I would say actually more like 12 to 16 hours. So yeah, I see maybe sideways price action or slightly up for the next 12 to 16 hours. But the fact is, if you take out the low at 121.4, it's extremely likely that Bitcoin is going to roll over here. So yeah, that's my update on Bitcoin. That's my dirty update. Up or down? I see more upside. Just a second for the people on TikTok. I better make sure. I didn't realize we went down so low today, so I'm just going to make sure I'm still in the trade. If I'm not, I'll be really mad. I'm still in the trade. Holy crap, I'm still in the trade. And my stop loss on Bitcoin, let me tell you the exact stop loss, is 121.4. If I put it at 121.5, I think I would have gotten stopped out. So, yes, I'm still in the trade on Bitcoin. My stop loss is 121.4. We went down to 121.5. Actually, we did not touch 121.5, but we got very, very close to 121.5. My stop loss was within $100 of getting hit. Didn't get stopped out. That's phenomenal. I had it below this wick right here, and here's what I see on Bitcoin. I see a double bottom on Bitcoin here. So I have my stop loss below this wick here at 121.476. So I put my stop at 121.4, and we did not lose that. We went down to 121.5 and change. We made a slightly higher low, but I would say this is more like double bottom here on Bitcoin inside of an ascending triangle. So that's a very bullish sign. I'd be surprised at this point if we do not continue up. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I'm saying. And if you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below. But I see upside for Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin goes up, a lot of altcoins will go up as well. I mean, that's $1,000 balance, basically, maybe $900 balance off the lows. So I will take that. I'm happy with that. I want to see it continue to the top of this trend line, closer to 123K. But for right now, Bitcoin looks decently well to me. I see a double bottom inside a ascending triangle, which is a bullish pattern. So I see upside for Bitcoin for the rest of the night. By the way, guys, if you guys have requests for altcoins, that's fine. But I do require that you guys hit the likes. I do need some support. What is your thought on what? I'm not quite sure. So, anyways, I see more upside for Bitcoin. I just, if you take out 121.4, then we can revisit that discussion. But for right now, I would be targeting new all-time high for Bitcoin in the next 48 hours. That's my prediction. So I'll be back live on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Time, and I'm not done with this live stream yet. We're in like the middle of it, but I am saying right now that I think by Tuesday night when I go live again, Bitcoin will have made new all-time high. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. That'll be interesting to see if I'm right about that. But yeah. Thank you, Tanny Bell, for the follow on TikTok. I do appreciate it. XRP 7 requests. Well, I need to see the likes first. So yeah, that's that's what I see going on for Bitcoin. Is most likely we get a pump. I'm not saying it happens tonight, but I say in the next 12 to 16 hours at most, I'd be looking for a big move to the upside here on Bitcoin. Usually Sunday nights are when we get busy with Bitcoin, so that would line up with what we're seeing. We finish, we fill the rest of this flag, and then Sunday night into Monday morning, that is when we could be looking for some fireworks for the crypto markets, and we'll see what happens. So, user 15, thank you for the likes. I do appreciate it. So let's look at XRP. And what is my thought on Dogecoin? Hey, hit the likes and then I'll tell you. So let's look at XRP. Guys, I can track who hits likes. I can track it. So XRP is the only request that I see as far as I'm concerned. XRP right now, what do I see going on for XRP? So XRP right now. XRP still, in my opinion, is inside of this ascending triangle, or I'm sorry, this falling wedge, with a major move still up to $4.53. It just looks likely that that's where we go. Now you have to look at the daily. That's getting overbought on the stock market side. You have a sell signal on the money flow. So even though this is a falling wedge, it doesn't mean it has to break out. Technically speaking, this is also another lower high on the daily time frame. So it looks like you broke out this trend line, but you're still struggling to get a bigger breakout. So 3-day looks okay to me. 4-day looks pretty bullish to me. 5-day looks very bullish to me. So I still think you break out here, but it just might take a few weeks to really get this move on the higher time frames. Like the 8-hour time frame is trying to make a higher low. The 6-hour time frame is trying to make a higher low, and the 4-hour time frame is about to bounce. So I would be looking for a continuation up to the upside. Let me go back to the 3-day time frame. Technically speaking, you could probably enter a trade here, stop below 262, take profit around $4 or $4.50. That's not financial advice. That's just what I see going on from the 5-day down to about the 4-hour time frame. 5-day looks bullish to me. 3-day and 4-day look bullish to me. Daily not so much, but 4-day looks bullish to me. 6-hour looks decent to me. 8-hour looks pretty okay to me. So I would be looking for on the macro time frame XRP to make a new all-time high, and that would line up with what Bitcoin's about to do based on what I see. If Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, I would predict that XRP will also make a new all-time high up to approximately $4.50, and that's just my prediction. So I would be looking for XRP sometime in the next 2 months to get up to about $4.5 before you take out the low at $2.50. If Bitcoin does not make a new all-time high this week, then maybe this long is off the table. But for right now, I see this eventually curling to the upside here, maybe slowly but surely. XRP is a coin that does take its time to get the bounce, but XRP looks most likely that it will eventually see $4.5, maybe even higher, but at least $4.5 in the next 2 months. I know that's a long time frame, but this is again on the daily, and then the 5-day looks good to me as well. The 5-day time frame could take a month and a half to 2 months to really play out. So just be aware of that. But XRP on the macro time frame looks very bullish to me. So yeah, again, 2 months. Dogecoin. So yeah, that's kind of what I see going on for that. Do you mean Doge or Dogecoin? So for the heck of it, let's go back to Bitcoin on the 5-minute time frame and see what's going on as we get closer. I mean, these live streams are pretty quick, especially on the weekends where there's not a lot of volume. But I won't stay live for as long as it's going to take to play out because I have to be up early tomorrow for work and I'm tired. But I see this probably getting a bounce here throughout the night. 5-minute time frame about to bounce to 123, 156. We'll see what happens. That's a 5-minute bull flag and you're above the 200-day moving average, the yellow line. That's pretty bullish in my opinion. I mean, at this point, I'd be pretty surprised if that doesn't play out. So, I will... That's what I see going on. So Dogecoin at this point is it's in an uptrend. It is in an uptrend. It's in an uptrend. You're in an uptrend on Dogecoin. 5-day doesn't look as good to me. I think that I think the last project we just looked at looks way better. But this is still in an uptrend, so as long as Dogecoin does not take out the low at 21.6 cents, I see it probably continuing to the top of the channel, getting up to around 31 cents, as long as you don't take out 21.6 cents. That's my quick TA on Dogecoin. I'm not going to go in depth on these. So Gala, what's Gala doing on the 5-day? Gala looks pretty awful to me. You're below the 200-day moving average. The daily time frame is below the 200-day moving average. So it just doesn't look great to me. Gala looks pretty bearish to me, actually, at this point. And I would be looking for Gala to probably continue lower. But I shouldn't say that. Let me see what's going on. Let me just break this down a little bit. You kind of found a bottom here. It does look like it. Like you're trying to hold this support here. I mean, you're holding the support pretty nicely at 1.2 cents. Here's my problem. If I zoom up to the 3-day time frame, is that you're making lower highs. So at some point, you're going to make this is going to not end well. So this is not looking lovely. Like this is going to have to break out or break down. That's a massive descending triangle if I've ever seen one. So this is technically a bearish pattern by the books. So I would personally not want to be long on this. But at the same time, maybe you're just accumulating before you get a bigger pump. I would think so because I'm pretty sure that if you go this low, that's a negative measure move. So I think Gala probably is pretty close to the lows, especially if Bitcoin's about to make another new all-time high. But I just be cognizant the trend is down. You're making lower highs in the same lows. That's not bullish. So this could be accumulation, but this could also be a massive descending triangle. Just be cautious. This doesn't look great for Gala. I would rather be in basically any other project in the top 100 besides Gala, even Ethereum. This doesn't look good. Solana would definitely be another one I'd be okay with being in. Gala's not one I'd be touching. Not financial advice. That's just what I see going on in the markets. When do I think all season would start? I don't know. It can start whenever. I think, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you that. I think if Bitcoin breaks out, that could help it. But I think we've had many altcoin seasons here and there. So if you haven't taken advantage of it, then honestly, I'm sorry, but that's kind of your fault. We have had many altcoin seasons here and there. They've been pretty pathetic, I will say. But, it hasn't been horrible. If you know when to buy and sell. If you're trading it decently well, you could have made money so far. So I honestly, man, I wouldn't be touching altcoins. I'd just buy Bitcoin or trade Bitcoin and I would leave it at that. That's kind of where I would leave it off of. So with that being said, guys, again, quick live stream. I'll be back live Tuesday for a longer live stream. But let me just confirm something really quick. Yeah, so I'll be back live at Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Time. But Bitcoin looks like I'll leave you right here before I get out of here. I see Bitcoin breaking out tonight to at least 123,000, and then from there, again, I told you my take profit is 124.8. So we're within spitting distance if we get this move to the top of the triangle of a large breakout for Bitcoin. So I said sideways price action for 12 to 16 hours, but you might just slowly grind upwards out of this 5-minute flag, which is above the 200-day moving average. So I'll leave it at that, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back live longer on Tuesday for my longer live stream. Until then, trade safe. Always use a stop loss. Again, I see Bitcoin probably about to rip in the next 24 hours. To 48 at most, maybe even to 9 right now. But I'm long now because I don't know. I don't want to try to time when it's going to pump. It could happen now or it could happen in a day. I don't really care. I'd prefer to happen sooner than later. But I'm long on Bitcoin's take profit is right below the previous all-time high at 124.8. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your Saturday night and enjoy Sunday. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I'll probably post some kind of video tomorrow on YouTube as well in the afternoon, but it'll probably be actually more like evening time. I'll be posting a YouTube video, probably with a Bitcoin update, probably in about 22 hours from right now. So I'll see you guys then. Have a great rest of your night. And the trends are until the end right now. I would say the trends to the upside here on Bitcoin. Have a great night, y'all. Good night.